I've been thinking about something recently, kind of relates to self-help, enlightenment, being present, being in the moment, spirituality, anything along those guidelines. Buddhist religion, whatever religion you want to believe, just, finding what you're really looking for. Even if you're just a Christian and you're like, you want to feel that connectivity to God, whatever it is you're looking for, that peace of mind. They call it the natural state. And it's kind of conflicting to really talk about. It's something I've really been thinking a lot. Because if you start shoving too many concepts in your head of what it should be like, what it should look like, what it should feel like, and at some point those concepts do help you. Before I say what I was about to say, at some points they do help you. It helps you get started. It helps you find what you're looking for, basically. But when you're trying to actually get there, when you're actually trying to be in the moment, to be present, to be connected to the universe, to God, whatever it is you want to call it, just peace of mind and happiness, whatever you're looking for, the natural state of the human being, when you're trying to get there with too many concepts in your head, at some point those concepts start to hurt you. Like they help get you pointed. Like I said, it's like going to show you what you're looking for. You have a moment where you experience the actual feeling and you realize you actually have the power to change your state of mind and your emotional state at will. And you also have the power to just be an observer to any emotions and thoughts that pop up inside of your body, and you don't have to attach yourself to them. You don't have to become a part of them. You don't have to even live a stressful or suffering life. You can just live in ultimate peace and bliss as a natural human state. But yeah, like I'm trying to explain, which is it's really ironic to try to explain how to do this, because when you have too many concepts in your head, like I said, they just kind of get in the way at some point, because then you got more stuff to think about when what you're trying to do is not think. You're trying to just let go, but now all of a sudden you got to let go of your new self, your spiritual self. Like there was a great talk by Eckhart Tolle that really just enlightened me on a lot of these ideas, that you're trying to let go of your spiritual self, of your Christian self, of your Buddhist self. You created, maybe you've reached the next level of your life where you actually have more happiness, have more peace, and you're visibly more calm, but you're still not where you want to be, and there's still something missing. And what's missing is that you're still holding on to something. Now you've created a new, potentially, if you follow me, if you work with me here, you may have potentially created a new self-image of yourself. Maybe now your self-image of you are at peace, you are relaxed, you are happy, but it's like an image in your mind. You are a good Christian, you are very spiritual, you are a good Buddhist. It becomes another image and another concept of your mind, in your mind, that you have to let go, because it'll stop you from getting to the place that you're trying to get to. What I really wanted to talk about in this video, so it just doesn't sound like I'm just like re-saying things I've said before, right? I really wanted to try to get into this video, and I needed that opening into it to explain that this isn't really something for you to conceptualize. This is really something to kind of open you up. If you can just apply this technique, I want to say, but at the same time, it's ironic to even say it, because the point is you got to let go. But I've been realizing really, really deeply recently how much I'm just a robot. And I mean that very more literally than you will ever know. And I'm starting to realize, just like anxiety, overthinking, thoughts, emotions that I have in my body, anytime I'm even thinking, I realize I'm being triggered all day, all night. It's just like somebody's pushing buttons on me, and it's like, I'm at work, right? And it's just like, oh, I gotta work now. Trigger. Start having my anxiety, get the thoughts about that. Or you're home, it's like, oh, I'm home now. Trigger, anxiety, thoughts about that. I'm eating food, you get thoughts about that. Every single thing that you're doing, every single thing you look at, every single thing you own, every single thing that's a part of your life, there's an image attached to it of what it should be. There's comparison, there's labels, there's judgments, there is a conditioning of the human mind. I'm trying to really explain is that none of this is you. I'm trying to really push the idea out here. I hope my face doesn't look dark with the sun behind me now, but I'm really trying to push the idea out that your thoughts are not yours whatsoever. And it's just, I want to try to make, I can't even explain it, because it just, I really had this like bodily sensation, this realization where I kind of felt like I was just a bones. Like I felt like I could feel my skull. I can feel my eyeballs deep inside my skull. And I'm just like my skull, I'm just my head as a whole, and my body as a whole. And thoughts are just firing off in my mind. And it's so easy, like we all get attached to our thoughts. We want to listen to them, we want to believe them, we want to act them out, we want to think about things, we want to analyze things, make decisions, make judgments about things. What I'm trying to tell you though is that thoughts are not as necessary, as important, or should not be taken as seriously. I'm trying to really describe a place. This is really, it's so, I'm getting like kind of frustrated and complicated, because it's like, how do I really describe like a bodily experience that happened to me without making it a concept for you to just overanalyze, and just, because I don't want to just give you information to just think about. I want to give you information to actually change your life, something you can actually apply. Yeah, I guess the best way I can really describe it is I feel like I'm a robot, and it's like there's a car going, my mind fires off. It looks at the car, it starts analyzing it, it starts judging it. But you gotta see, the thing is doing this all day and all night. It does not ever stop, and it's up to you to try to figure out how you're gonna try to calm down that mind of yours, how you're gonna calm down that brain. And to me, the ultimate way to do it is to just sit there and listen to your thoughts, and don't think that you just know what you're thinking about because you're thinking about it. You have to really sit there, figure out how you're gonna listen to your thoughts, and listen to them so vividly, so clearly, that it sounds like somebody else is talking to you. You got to sit there, listen to how your mind fires off, and realize that you're just a human. You're just full of instincts and impulses. You have lots of built-in brain patterns. That's really a word I was looking for earlier, brain patterns. And that's really all my life has come to recently. And I just had such a grand realization that every single time I'm having anxiety, every single time I feel an emotion, every single time, basically every single just reaction that happens inside of my body, whether it's mental or emotional, they are really just kind of just popping up, and they're just happening. I don't even have to decide how I'm going to react to a situation. It's like I've already built in the brain pattern inside of my mind how I'm going to react to the situation. And if you're trying to reach any true enlightenment, what you need to do is start realizing all of those thousands, if not millions, of brain patterns you have. Every single time you see something and you have an impulse reaction to it, which is basically, I realize this all day, all night, non-stop, all the time, 100%. It don't stop until you actually clear your mind and you clear your thoughts. So I'm basically trying to tell you that all day and all night, you, most likely, unless you're like someone who actually truly really understands all of this already in the truest sense of it, your thoughts are just flying all over the place, and you think you're sitting there thinking, but you're basically a robot. It is like something pushes your button and a thought happens. And it doesn't even have to be like anger comes out. It doesn't even have to be like stress comes out. It could even be just be happiness comes out, or it could just be lots of thoughts that you feel like are positive. But the point being is that your body is and your mind are trying to take control of you in a weird kind of way. They're just I want to give you a message. It's so hard to give it to you, honestly, today. It really is really hard, because the message is not in the words. The message is truly right now is just in trying to figure out the meaning behind the words, and trying to understand this, and trying to understand what I mean by saying that we're just robots, and there's a soul, there's a spirit inside here, but then there's a mind and there's a body, and the mind and the body, through every single thing going on around them, at least in our day and age, and our age, literally as this age, like I'm over 20 years old, after you started to go to school and develop anxiety, you already have a reaction to everything. Your body, your mind, you see a beautiful girl, your body knows how to react already. You see an ugly girl, no offense, just as an example, your body has a different reaction to that. You see your mom, you have a reaction to that. When you get happy, it's because, oh, this happened, so now I can be happy. It's all kind of a weird choice. It's kind of really like we think we have so much control and so much free will over our lives, or sometimes we think we have absolutely no control and absolutely no free will over our lives. That depends on you and your perspective and how you want to view the world. I'm trying to tell you actually that you may have literally no free will, no self-control whatsoever, and you think you're in control of your life and your destiny and your future, but you already have impulses and reactions, brain patterns that are built into your mind. Your mind and your body already knows what it thinks you want to do. It doesn't know what you truly want to do, but it already knows what you think you want to do. It learned it because maybe that situation happened and you reacted the same way over and over to a situation. Like, for example, a beautiful girl coming. Is every time you see a beautiful girl, you spike yourself up, you get excited, you get happy, and then now it just happens automatically. But what I'm really trying to explain is this happens to everything. You'll be at home, you see a box of cereal, there'll be thoughts and there'll be reactions. You'll be at home watching TV, thoughts and reactions. You'll be at work. Every little thing is really just a trigger. It's like, do I get stressed out now? Do I get stressed out now? Do I get stressed out now? Or maybe if you're really positive, you're like, do I get happy now? Do I get happy now? Do I get happy now? And you're just kind of running around, and there's just all these impulses just happening in your body, thoughts just popping in your brain, emotions just popping in your body, and you think you're truly in control when this is just happening. And the ultimate goal, the ultimate realization, the next step is to just sit there as the witness to emotions and thoughts that are just popping up into your body. To just sit there and listen to every single thought and know that they're just thoughts popping in your head, and you don't have to attach your identity to it. You don't have to attach yourself to it. You don't have to take them seriously. You can just accept that thoughts are just popping in my mind and emotions are just popping in my body, and I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna accept all of them. Thank you guys for watching. Really trying to make this a point out of this, that I would leave it on this. It just hit me so hard how much I feel like I'm just a robot, and how much everything I do, everything I think about just happens automatically. I don't decide this is what I think about a situation. It's more of like, I've had past situations like this. I've seen cars before, I've seen houses before, I've seen boxes before, I've seen microwaves before, and I look at it and I know what it is. I know how to respond to it. I know how to analyze it, and I can't just sit there and look at it without the judgment, without the analyzation. And that's what you truly want. What you truly want is to be able to just look at things and not analyze them whatsoever, to not judge them, to not have a reaction. And at least that's the goal of where you're trying to get to. And the kind of the road down to it is to start realizing where you're having reactions, where's your body just having impulses, where are emotions and thoughts just popping up in your mind, where do they just happen? And sit there, listen to them, and just accept them, and just bring all your focus and all your attention into it. That's gonna help you start clearing out so you can get closer and closer down the road towards enlightenment. That's my little video for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys' lives are a little bit better and a little bit less painful because you watch this. And please don't focus on any words I said. It's really, I'm just trying to explain to you what kind of a bodily experience you're kind of looking to have, so you can have your enlightenment, you can be connected to God, or you can find your peace and happiness, whatever it is you're looking for in this life. Thank you for watching. I hope you